For any country today, we need to make sure that our youth are having proper jobs, and we know ICTs are the best means, one, to find jobs online or to create jobs by themselves. And therefore, we believe that Africa will have a real chance to really make a difference. Smart Africa is proud to have many big companies as our members. As you know, Inmarsat, Ericsson, Huawei, Liquid Telecom were our original platinum members. And now we have some other big companies like Microsoft, Orange, Facebook, Carnegie Mellon University as our members as well, and many more to come. Just this week, we can say Rohde & Schwarz, a German company, has joined as well. We have great cooperation with many development agencies. JICA is one of them, the German Development Agency, the Korean, Chinese, and European companies as well. We are working together. Many of the UN agencies that have common goals for bringing the continent to meet the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, are using ICT as a tool to make to leap forward. We benefit from a great cooperation with the government of Rwanda. Every single department here in the Rwanda government have been working with us in their field to make this event a success. So we are very confident that the edition of 2019 will be again the biggest and the best ever. Last year we had over 4,000 participants in 2018 edition, and of course we expect much more this time again, and we expect many more deals to be made, to be signed during these events as well. We appreciate also the collaboration from the youth, from the Miss Geek editions, which are really flagship projects that enable us to really make sure that everyone counts in this arena. So I simply want to, before I pass the floor to the Permanent Secretary of Ministry of ICT, I would like to say how much we appreciate the cooperation. PS, before her appointment, was a very active member of our organization team, and from the very first edition of Transform Africa Summit in 2013, and we very much look forward to working very closely with her again. We also had here today the city council, the mayor of Kigali, and as you know, smart cities was the theme for the edition in 2017, and Kigali is becoming more and more one of the smartest cities in the world, and we are benefiting from the great collaboration with the mayor of Kigali and other mayors of Rwanda as well, Rwanda cities, and indeed around Africa, because we had close to 300 mayors at the last edition, and the work continues now. So I'm simply happy to see this event coming again, making Rwanda the place to be during second week of May, making Kigali the capital city of ICT in the world during the second week of May every year, and we hope to continue this event and we'll have many heads of states coming as usual. Of course, private sector and international organizations will be also present. So our usual participants. The media is very much appreciated. You're carrying the good news. We appreciate the contribution you are making in making Africans news, bringing our good stuff that is happening in Africa to the world, and that's important. Thanks to you guys, Africa is becoming more known for good news than wars and fights and other calamities that some other press may portray on us. So I'm really happy to see you guys here. Thank you very much. Yes, you have the floor.
Thank you, Dr. Toure. Good morning again. I'm not going to add much. I think that Dr. Toure has really captured the essence of what this summit is going to be. But from a host perspective, I'd like to reiterate the fact that we look at Transform Africa as a platform, one, to showcase what we as Rwandans have achieved or are currently working on. And this is where the youth, our startups, the businesses get the center stage. We will not be able to do this if our people are not the ones that are put out there and are given this opportunity to be at the center stage. We also use this as an opportunity to call on, our friends, other countries, other member states, to also use this platform to showcase what they are also working on that can ultimately be benefited by everyone that is attending. I remember last year, the biggest pavilion, I think, was by Japan. Japan is not an African country, but their presence meant so much, and we'd like to see more countries also doing the same. And we know that some countries have already been in touch and would love to use this opportunity to showcase what they have that other countries can learn from. I would also like to also emphasize that media has played a key role in making Transform Africa what it is today. From back in 2013, if media was not there in the room and really spread the word about this event, we would not be talking about the 5th edition this year. And so we're happy that we're, again, the host country, and we're going to do as much as we can to support, but we'll also put everyone that has done great work or that is doing great work, put them at the forefront of what we'll be showcasing as Rwanda. Thank you.
Now open the floor to questions. Yes.
Je vais répondre à deux questions. Je suis correspondant de CGTV. Honorable Monsieur Amadou Touré, je suis bien informé. Franchement, plus tard, nous avons fait une interview exclusive avec ma représentatrice. Alors, nous avons, ma question pertinente est celle-ci, que au Rwanda, le Rwanda devient la capitale de l'Afrique. Et le Rwanda a des jeunes start-up. Le Rwanda aussi a une... Vous avez fait un effort et vous avez fait un géant travail pour que le Rwanda ait un centre de l'incubation. Alors ma question pertinente est celle-ci. Maintenant, nous avons des compagnies chinoises ou européennes qui incitent les jeunes à faire de cryptocurrency sur le blockchain. Nous avons la Banque africaine du développement, l'année passée, durant African Innovation, ils ont signé un MOU, soi-disant qu'ils veulent booster et financer sur le blockchain. Est-ce que si nous parlons Boosting Africa Digital Economy et sur la digital market, l'accélération, quelles sont les stratégies en tant que le champion, en tant que le patriarche, de vraiment très bien apprécié au niveau mondial? C'est vrai que nous avons JICA, nous avons beaucoup de partenaires. Quels sont les enjeux des stratégies pour que nous ne tombions pas dans des attrapes négos, dans des pièges, parce que le blockchain, on ne peut pas sécuriser quelque part. Quels sont les enjeux pour sécuriser les gens qui sont dans le blockchain? Quels sont les enjeux, les stratégies pour sécuriser que nous ne soyons pas dans le fléau comme Bitcoin? Maintenant, on a le blockchain. Merci.
C'est de la part de CJTV, j'apprécie beaucoup cette question-là. Vous avez posé la question en français, donc je vais répondre en français, c'est OK. Et vous savez, on a réussi à faire de Kigali le hub pour les technologies de l'information et de la communication en Afrique à travers Transform Africa Summit. Nous voulons que chaque capitale africaine soit un hub aussi. Et c'est pourquoi, d'ailleurs, la semaine prochaine, nous serons à Ouagadougou, au Burkina Faso, qui organise son forum national. Nous serons plus tard à Cotonou pour le forum national d'éthique du Bénin. En décembre, nous serons à Cairo ICT. Non, c'est la fin novembre d'ailleurs. Cairo ICT. Donc tous les membres de Smart Africa sont encouragés à organiser des événements selon leurs flagship projects qu'ils ont, afin que nous puissions partager l'économie et partager l'expérience de tout et chacun, aller vite, aller ensemble. Et donc, ce processus est un processus inclusif. Et tous les pays, nous espérons organiser, utiliser l'innovation qui se trouve dans chaque pays. C'est à l'édition 2019, le Kenya sera à l'honneur. Et le président kenyan sera là pour faire des speeches, des keynote speeches. Et l'industrie kenyane, nous comptons aussi le mettre en exergue. Et nous comptons faire ça avec chaque pays africain au fur et à mesure que nous avançons. Comme on le dit, l'adage le dit, si vous voulez aller vite, vous allez seul. Mais si vous voulez aller loin, vous allez ensemble. Et bien nous voulons aller vite et on va aller ensemble aussi. Et loin. Et donc, dans cette analyse, vous avez bien posé la question, les cryptocurrencies seront un thème très important dans l'économie numérique que nous avons. C'est pourquoi nous avons créé d'ailleurs une unité de crypto au sein de Smart Africa. Le chef de l'unité se trouve là, dans la salle ici aujourd'hui. Nous avons fait un thème là-dessus l'année dernière pendant le sommet. Ça a bien marché et nous continuons à travailler avec tout le monde parce que il ne faut pas que l'Afrique vienne en retard cette fois-ci, que les autres nous amènent des cryptocurrencies. Nous allons faire nos propres monnaies digitales et nous voulons que l'Afrique soit en avant. Les questions de cybersécurité sont en train d'être analysées et le porte-drapeau de la cybersécurité, c'est la Côte d'Ivoire. On était là-bas il y a 2 semaines où ils ont le forum africain sur la cybersécurité pour la première fois. Et ça a été un événement plein d'expérience parce que nous avons pu mettre en place ce réseau de communication entre les pays dans la cybersécurité. Parce que vous savez, dans cela, il faut avoir des codes d'éthique communs. Il faut avoir une régulation commune, parce que la cybersécurité ne doit pas être un frein au développement, mais plutôt un outil pour accélérer le développement. Et je peux vous dire que nous sommes très avancés dans ce domaine-là, et donc nous sommes en train de prendre en main toutes les mesures nécessaires pour que les questions de sécurité ne soient pas un frein négatif à la mise en œuvre des cryptocurrencies. Et vous savez, le crime a toujours existé dans le monde, et le monde a toujours évolué, la science et la technologie a toujours évolué en essayant de battre les criminels. Et les criminels à chaque fois deviennent de plus en plus innovatifs, et il s'agit pour nous de pouvoir avoir des solutions encore plus innovatives pour combattre le crime. Et donc, comme on le dit souvent, ce n'est pas à cause des gens qui vont voler, qui vont mettre des bonbons dans la bouche dans un supermarché que vous allez fermer votre supermarché. Nous allons travailler à ce que nous puissions tirer notre épingle du jeu. Les cryptocurrencies déjà bénéficient d'une chose, c'est que le blockchain, la technologie blockchain est suffisamment outillée pour pouvoir faire face à beaucoup de problèmes de sécurité. Contrairement à l'Internet qui est né dans les institutions académiques pour des échanges entre des académiciens qui n'avaient pas besoin de penser à la sécurité ou à l'insécurité dans le domaine, parce que c'était entre eux. Et quand ça s'est développé, évidemment, ça a été un outil que les criminels ont utilisé aussi, d'où la cybersécurité a commencé à être un problème. Contrairement à cela, avec la création de blockchain, ça a été conçu déjà avec en tête la sécurité en tête. Donc, ce qui fait que nous avons beaucoup plus de promesses de pouvoir faire évoluer ce système-là en toute sécurité, plutôt que le contraire. Et donc, je suis très confiant que nous sommes amenés à faire en sorte que les législateurs dans le domaine monétaire et financier tiennent en compte ces avancées. Et puis, nous avons vu tout de suite ce matin la présentation de Imarsat sur l'utilisation du numérique dans un pays comme la Suède. La Suède qui a plus de 91% d'utilisation de monnaie digitale, ils n'ont que 3% d'utilisation de monnaie physique en fait. Donc nous pensons que l'Afrique va forcément aller dans ce domaine-là, et nous sommes très heureux que nous avons commencé à travailler avec les législateurs dans le domaine financier et les régulateurs. Les banques centrales étaient là l'année dernière pendant l'édition, et la collaboration continue maintenant. Nous savons que ce n'est pas une question de savoir si oui ou non on va adopter ces cryptocurrencies, mais plutôt quand est-ce qu'on va les adopter. Voilà.
Merci.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm Cyprian, I work for Giga.com.
From?
Giga.com.
Okay.
I need to ask my question in Rwanda for the rest of my.
Okay.
Just in kukibaza PS nk'uruhande rwa guverinoma y'u Rwanda mufatanya na Smart Africa muteguriye inama. Iyi nama ni umwihariko izanye utandukanye n'izindi nama zabanje. Ese ko bari ku nshuro ya gatanu hari izindi nama enye zabaye, umusaruro w'inama zimaze kuba utuye umusaruro umaze gutanga ku Rwanda ndetse no kuri Afurika murakoze.
Urakoze cyane Cyprien kubera icyo kibazo. Ahangaha ngiye kugusubiza nk'umuntu wari nabaye mu gutegura iyi nama kuva igitangira mu 2013. kimwe cyo nakubwira nuko uko umwaka ugenda ushira abitabira umubare uriyongera, amasession ni ukuvuga ibyo abantu bavuga baganiraho bigenda byiyongera, kandi noneho bireba amatopics yandi abantu baba batarigeze bavugaho mbere. Icya gatatu navuga gikomeye nuko n'ibihugu muzabireba wenda igihe kimwe Smart Africa izabivuga, umubare w'ibihugu bihinduka membre ugenda nawo wiyongera. Ikaba ari nacyo twashakaga guhera kera, ko byatangiye ari igitekerezo hashyirwaho Smart Africa igenda noneho ibicoordona, none bimaze kuba ibihugu. How many countries are
92 countries were represented this year.
No. Member countries.
Oh,
24. So bamaze kugera ku bihugu 24 ubu ngubu. Icyo rero ntekereza ko iyi nama igiye kuzana ubu ngubu nukongera kubona uruhare rw'ibihugu bigiye bitandukanye, aho nkuko nabivuze kare ushize twabonye ibihugu bitari n'ibyo muri Afurika bigaragara, ubu noneho bigiye no kwiyongera. Icyo bidufasha ni iki, nuko abanyarwanda baba bitabiriye cyangwa se abandi banyamahanga baba bitabiriye babasha kuboneraho ibintu biri gukorerwa mu bindi bihugu. Twese ntabwo twabasha kujya ahantu hose yavuze ngo tujye muri Mali, tujye muri Ouagadougou, Brazzaville na hehe, ariko iyo tubizanye hano abantu bose bahahuriye babasha kugira icyo bahigira. Navuga rero ko mu rwego rwo mu Cyongereza bavuga convening power bimaze kugera ku rwego rushimishije. Ikindi cya kabiri, ibihugu nanone bikomeza byerekana ibyo bigenda bigeraho, ni ukuvuga ko message dutanga buri gihe iratambuka, ese ibihugu bikagenda bikagira icyo bikora tukongera tukabibona. Ndumva muri make cyangwa se muri menshi nawe ngusubije.
Urakoze.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. My name is Manya. My question is based on the experience of the previous events. There was a concern raised by young entrepreneurs who never had the opportunity or the access to present their projects. The event looked so bureaucratic and tight that you see those who are already successful, hobnobbing with each other, and young guys cannot have a chance to have a chat. So, the question is, this time, will there be less of much talk and lecturing and giving an opportunity to young guys who have ideas, either to present or to contribute? That also makes me ask the second question. Is this time the kind you said there's going to be a kind of a shutdown? What's the criteria? What's the process? We have also observed and witnessed that the majority of young guys who get the opportunities are those from uptown. What about those in the rural areas? How do they get to participate and have this equal share of opportunity to shine as those who live in Kigali City?
This is a very good question, and we believe that this time, having chosen the theme, as you know, the theme this year is boosting Africa's digital economy, and we also have the theme startups, Startup Africa, where we hope that African startups from all over Africa will be coming and be given opportunity to showcase, cross-fertilize, learn from one another, and also learn from the mentors that we have in the room. We need to have both times. So we believe that the theme is conducive to more participation of the youth, and we want to make use of the talents they have. We are very proud of the fact that today we see young Africans moving from the Silicon Valley, coming back home with the culture and mentality of the Silicon Valley, creating startups, having the culture of competition,
And that's what we want to continue to inject, so that every African youth will have that desire to create his own company, to will not hesitate in sharing his ideas, so that we protect their intellectual property, but also we find potential financing partners to help them move forward. So the edition of 2019 will promise really to be the edition for the youth.
If I may add, I think it's good feedback to know that there was that part where youth did not feel that they were not part of the conversation. But from what Dr. Ture just explained, and when we were doing the content curation, this was also part of. It was a prominent item, and we think and believe that this year's Transform Africa is going to see more young people participating at the different the different sessions. But we need to strike a balance. We need, yes, the young people, but we also need the mature and experienced and people in the room. So striking a balance is good, but we will certainly increase either number of sessions, side events that we do. Everything. And the good thing is that this year there's also going to be a concert, which tends to be a convener for even the young people. I think you can start looking forward to a more youthful and vibrant Transform Africa in 2019. And then you talked about the Shark Tank. It's actually Face the Gorillas for this summit. And you wondered how young people from rural areas are able to participate. I think the way it was conducted, there were countries that would now, submit nominations of who would participate, and then you would have a range of all those people. They come to Rwanda, I think, for a 10-day before the event, prior to the event, for a boot camp where they're now given other soft skills or, told what the investors are going to be looking for. This year, it's also going to happen. What we, as Rwanda, are going to do, and the good thing is that now we've started planning a bit earlier, which was not the case in past events. But what we're going to do now is work with the organizers and see how we bring in more of those. So we do, how do you call them? Like the pre-selection, and then you get to a top 5 or top 10 that will now participate in the boot camp. I would say it's the advantage of doing this a bit earlier, because then now it gives people room to now prepare, plan, budget, and everything. That being said, we're looking for a sponsor for that particular Face the Gorillas session. It has always been one of the most and biggest attended session in Transform Africa. And we think that there's room for improvement, and there's room for visibility for every other partner that would want to also participate, and we make this better. Thank you.
By the way, I just want to add that I appreciated the article that you did last year, before the event. It was very much, fair and comprehensive, and I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. So maybe one final question.
My name is Fiona Mutoni from CNBC Africa. So what criteria did you follow in selecting this year's theme, and how relevant is it to the continent?
Oh, that's very interesting. That's a very good question. The theme of this year, boosting Africa's digital economy, comes as if you look at the flow in 2013, was a future delivered today. In 2015 edition, it was accelerating Africa's innovation. In 2017, smart cities, fast forward. And last year, this year in 2018, we're accelerating Africa's single digital market. So, and it was the first time we were introducing the economic summit within this thing. So, this event will be the kind of Davos of ICT in Africa. And therefore, it was a logical conclusion to come to the theme this year, boosting Africa's digital economy, that was approved by our board during last year's edition. The board chaired by President Kagame, and of course the private sector was a very key element in this decision, because they really wanted us to go to be more economy oriented, digital economy oriented, and therefore we have reached a time where there is already a digital economy in Africa. So by adding the word boosting it, boosting Africa's digital economy was appropriate, because there is some movement going on in the continent. And therefore this is an opportunity for us to come and share experiences from all the countries participating in this event. And that's why we chose this theme. But we made sure as well, the Startup Africa is a sub-theme that brings concrete implementation of the digital economy by giving opportunities to startups in Africa. And we even hope to bring an award to the best startup in Africa this time at the event. That will be a kind of competition that will trigger more and more participation in these events in the future. Looking at the economy, looking at employment for youth is very key. It's a concern for each of our heads of states today, and we hope to bring our part in the building of this large block that will make Africa proud, so that our children won't have to go overseas to find jobs. We want to create opportunities right here in Africa.
Great. Yes, closing remarks.
Well, I'd like to thank Smart Africa for hosting this and for diligently, planning this earlier. I think this is something that we did not stress enough, but we believe that doing this early will ultimately bring better and coordinated results. I'd like to also thank everyone that attended this. Media, without you, we wouldn't, we would be doing something like inside the box, but we'd like to really, put out our appreciation for being the biggest supporter of this. And we look forward to having you and to your participation and contribution from now until May 2019. Thank you very much.
Je vais dire quelques mots en français.
Oh oui, c'est vrai.
Un grand merci. Je sais que je vous baptise Rwandais déjà.
Je suis
Vraiment,
fier.
vous êtes un champion.
Je dis toujours que je suis le plus malien des Rwandais et le plus rwandais des Maliens.
Des Maliens.
Je suis fier de cela. Parce que ce pays m'a adopté et j'ai beaucoup apprécié l'atmosphère de travail dans ce pays. Et ça se voit d'ailleurs, les résultats qui sont visibles sur le marché ici, sur le terrain, le progrès qui est en train de se passer dans ce pays qui a réussi avec un leadership éclairé à s'unifier et à travailler dans la même direction. Et j'espère que beaucoup de pays africains auront le même type de leadership qui leur permettront d'avancer. Parlant de l'édition 2019 de Transform Africa, je voudrais vous remercier d'être venu. Cette édition va être la plus grande et la plus élaborée, mieux élaborée, parce que nous avons commencé le travail de préparation bien en avance. Nous avons appris nos leçons, nous avons capitalisé sur les bonnes expériences et les mauvaises. Nous allons essayer de corriger les erreurs qu'il y a dû y avoir même derrière la scène, qui n'ont pas été visibles sur la scène. Nous essayons d'être perfectionnistes. Cette édition va donner l'opportunité au continent africain d'abord de discuter des questions qui nous sont très chères, la question de l'économie numérique. Ça va aussi nous permettre de pouvoir donner la chance à nos jeunes d'amener leurs startups et pouvoir discuter avec des businessmen beaucoup plus expérimentés et à trouver des financements. Nous allons, et nous remercions la presse aussi d'être là, on dit savoir-faire, de faire savoir. Et donc le rôle de la presse, c'est de faire savoir, le savoir-faire que nous amenons dans ce domaine-là. Et donc nous apprécions beaucoup votre contribution ici. Le sommet Transform Africa va nous donner l'opportunité de faire briller l'Afrique encore une fois et d'amener les questions économiques au centre des débats et surtout les questions de l'économie numérique au centre des débats. Donc c'est pourquoi j'invite tous les pays membres de l'Afrique, de l'Union africaine, de venir participer, tous les pays membres de Smart Africa d'être là, et nous encourageons le secteur privé et les agences nationales aussi à participer à cette conférence-là. Et donc vous serez les bienvenus à Kigali la deuxième semaine de mai, du 8 au 12 mai. Kigali sera la capitale des technologies de l'information et de la communication. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. On va time. Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Thank you.
Please let's take a picture on stage.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.